Hello and welcome back. In this episode, I want us to talk about dark energy. Energy is simply the capacity of doing work. In the early 20th century, there was a scientist known as Albert Einstein who was a theoretical physicist. He came up with an equation E is equals to MC², where E stands for energy, M for mass, and C for the speed of light, which is about 300 million meters per second. In his equation, if you multiply mass by the speed of light squared, you get the equivalent energy. When you multiply 1 gram of mass with the speed of light squared, you will get 90 trillion joules. Again, in quantum physics, remember, if you concentrate huge amount of energy in tiny empty space, new particles will come into existence, and they always come in pairs to cancel out their charges. For example, for every electron, we have a positron with the same mass but different charge. Now, due to this, you expect for every matter there is equal and opposite antimatter. And remember, when you collide matter and antimatter, they produce a huge amount of energy. Again, I always like giving my own opinion. E is equals to MC² applies also in dark matter, giving rise to dark energy. In the early 20th century, Edwin Hubble discovered that the universe was expanding as he observed light from distant galaxies redshifting. This is where the wavelength of light stretches and blue light starts turning red. This was only possible if empty space is forming between galaxies and galaxies are moving away from each other. He also noticed that the red shifting was increasing faster in far distant galaxies. This could only be explained if the space between the galaxies was expanding between the far end galaxies. To visualize this better, take a balloon and blow in some air, then put in some marking on the surface of the balloon. After that, continue blowing in more air and you will notice the markings on the surface of the balloon are moving away from each other. This is because the surface of the balloon is expanding as you blow in more air. This is the same case that happens to space. This is very strange because it is expected that gravity should slow down the expansion of the universe, but it's not. It was now clear that there is a mysterious force in the vacuum of space acting opposite to the force of gravity, and this force is as a result of dark energy. And remember, as we have said, space is not empty. It has virtual particles that spontaneously and continuously form from nothing and disappear, and they have to come in pairs to cancel out their charges. For me, I think the energy from those particles could be dark energy. Thank you, and continue supporting the channel by subscription and shares, and also don't forget to leave comment in the comment section.